It's an honor for me to have this exchange with you about personal development in general. Today we're going to have a look at the mental attitude. It can be either positive or negative. It depends on the kind of thoughts we nourish at any given moment of the day. But it is our duty to make sure that our thoughts are always positive. We have a tendency to forget about that because we face so many difficulties during every day of our lives, and we are absorbed by what's happening out there. We forget what's really essential. What's essential is what's happening within us. We have to understand once for all that the springs of life are all from within. This cannot be reiterated enough. All the springs of life are from within. If this is so, then it is our duty to make sure that whatever comes from within is worthy, is positive, can enrich not only those around us, but ourselves. It took me more than 15 years in New York with my mentor, John Gimron, to really grasp this, really understand it and put it into action. The idea is not just to understand something, it's to make sure that it's lodged within our subconscious, and then we have to make sure that every single day we do our best to put it into motion. For instance, the quality of my life depends on the quality of my thoughts. That's very, very important. The quality of my life depends on the quality of my thoughts. It doesn't depend on anything else out there. It's so hard to accept this because as I just said, we're so absorbed by what's happening out there. We believe that our success depends on outside circumstances. Our success depends on whether we know the right people or not. We're so absorbed by what's happening out there that we forget what's really essential. And what is essential is simple. If everything within my heart is okay, everything out there must be okay. But if there is one single thing that is not okay within my heart, then everything out there won't be okay, because I would have opened the door for my worst enemies, which are doubt, fear, indecision, procrastination, whatever. All the negative elements that belong to the devil. The moment I have, the moment a doubt enters my mind, it stops me from moving forward. So what do I need in order to make sure that I'll be able to eliminate forever this doubt? It's to go toward faith. But so many people hesitate to embrace faith. Why? Because it's not there. There is no guarantee that something positive will happen in my life if I just believe. Nobody would. People would rather go towards the whatever is difficult, whatever is black, if I can put it this way. People would rather fight than accept life as it is through faith, which means that there is no way on earth I'm going to fail if I believe in myself, if I believe in my most beautiful children, if I believe in my dad, if I believe in my mother, if I believe in my husband, whom I love dearly, and if I believe that I'm always doing the right thing to satisfy those around me, not only at home, but also at work. So this is the first condition. Whatever you do, make sure you do it positively. So it's so easy to say that. We hear it, we accept it, we understand it, but are we able to put it into practice? That means if I'm having a transaction with you, the positive mental attitude that I should take towards this transaction, towards you, is as follows. I have to make sure that you and I will both win. The moment I think of my own interest before yours, I'm the loser. But of course, 97% of the world population would not even believe this. You're asking me to forget my own interests in order to make sure that the other person is satisfied first. Well, that's the key that leads to success. That's the key that leads to a fine personality. People would simply start believing in you. People would simply start coming towards you. People would instantly start believing in you and loving you, just because they felt deep in their hearts that you care for them. Why is that? Because hearts have a language between themselves. Our lips have another language between themselves. Which one should we use in order to make sure that the others are well looked after? Of course, we're going to use the language of the heart, which means sincerity, which means honesty, which means you first. Seek to understand others before you can hope to be understood. So, there is this philosopher in the United States whose name is Emerson, Ralph Waldo Emerson, Emerson, who said, "Who you are speaks so loud, I cannot hear what you're saying." My God, it's so profound, it's so meaningful, it's so beautiful at the same time, so penetrating, so reassuring. Why? Why reassuring? Because it means that human beings are extremely powerful. You cannot play games with them. I mean, if you're not being straightforward, if you're not being sincere, if you're not being honest with them, somehow they'll feel it. The sixth sense, that intuitive self that resides within our heart, would instantly arise and create some kind of doubt within us. This gentleman, this lady is telling you certain things which they don't really mean. So Emerson says, what you are speaks so loud, I cannot hear what you're saying. That means my heart has felt yours. And apparently yours is not being straightforward with mine. So I got a signal. So what does that mean? It means that it's not about me. It's about the people I'm interacting with. It's no longer about me. The only way that would lead to success is making sure I understand that it's not about me. It's about the people I'm dealing with. I may not win this time. I may go home empty-handed, but at least I made sure that the people with whom I dealt left me with a good feeling in their hearts. That good feeling will become stronger and stronger. It will spread around, it will touch other people, and it will come back to me. Bigger, stronger, and even more beautiful. It's like whatever I send out will come back multiplied. I need to make sure that what I'm sending out is good news through my thoughts. Are my thoughts positive while I'm dealing with this gentleman, while I'm dealing with this lady? Do I truly want them to win? Do I truly want them to go back home feeling satisfied about this transaction they just had with me? Because they will feel something when they go away from me. I need to make sure they'll feel something positive. That's the seed, the only seed that leads to success. So, if I behave in a very sincere and honest way towards you, I have already won. I don't need to do anything. And if I am smart, if I'm supposed to be smart, then I'm going to use this being smart in your benefit as well as in mine. Because if I am smart in order to outsmart you, then what kind of intelligence I'm talking about? To be smart is to make sure that the person who is in front of me goes back home feeling satisfied. Feeling satisfied. Feeling satisfied. My heart has spoken to hers. This is so important. That's why Marcus Aurelius used to say, the quality of my life depends on the quality of my thoughts. All the time. So, the mental attitude is composed of, it's like a medallion composed of two faces. The first face is what we call the positive mental attitude. The second face is, of course, the negative mental attitude. Every single human being carries on his, in front of him, this invisible medallion, which is composed of two faces. The first face, positive mental attitude, it obeys a mechanism. You need to put it into action. It's so important. Well, that's why it's difficult. The other one, the negative mental attitude, doesn't obey any mechanism. It acts on its own. That means if you're not being careful, if you're not watching your thoughts, that means you're allowing the negative mental attitude to take the place of the positive mental attitude. Because you were being sluggish, because you were being, if you like, indecisive, the negative mental attitude governed by the devil in you governed by the Blackfoot, if you remember, the Black Wolf, if you remember, would instantly trigger the negative mental attitude. So you'd be frowning, you'd be looking sideways at people, you'd be showing you your most ugliest face. And of course, people will disperse. Because you have allowed the devil in you to face them. The secret of success is simple. You have no right whatsoever to allow the devil in you to face other people. Even if these people are not being polite towards you, are not being good towards you. It is your solemn duty to make sure that whatever happens out there, you will adopt the positive mental attitude. Why? Because it's your kingdom. It's you. You need to take care of yourself. You need to look after yourself. No matter what's happening out there. Even if people are being indecent, impolite towards you. It is my duty to make sure that my attitude is always positive. Incredibly enough, because I made sure that my attitude is always positive, gradually, the people in front of me start to melt, if I can put it this way. They become less defensive. They open their arms, because I have opened mine. So, whenever the positive face of my medallion has been, if you like, put forward, I'm winning. The moment I allow the devil in me to present the negative mental attitude, the negative face, I'm losing. So, of course, when you talk about this to people, they listen to you, they acknowledge what you're saying, they say, yes, we understand. But the moment they leave you, the devil within them goes into practice right away. So what is the secret? It's so simple. I need to control every single thought that goes through my mind. One at a time. Right now, what's happening in my mind? What am I thinking right now? I can only have one thought at a time. I cannot have two thoughts in my mind at the same time. It's impossible. So the secret is, it's one by one. I need to make sure that the thought that is dwelling in my mind right now is positive. If it's negative, I must change it instantly. Instantly. That means I am in front of someone and I'm feeling some kind of anger. Anger is negative. It belongs to the devil. It belongs to the black wolf that is within you. What are you doing here? I instantly smile within my heart. And if I smile within my heart, automatically, the person that is in front of me will feel it. There are 60,000 thoughts that go through your mind every day. If you can control only half of them, my God, you'll be heading towards the kind of happiness only heaven can give you. The kind of success you wouldn't even believe you'll be able to acquire. Success is not something we run after. Success is something we attract by the person we become. Success is not something we run after. It is something we attract by the person we become. So, every single second of every single minute of every single hour of every single day, I need to control my thoughts. Some people, some ordinary people would say, but I don't have time for that. What do you have time for then? It's your thoughts, it's your mind, it's your land, it's your kingdom. What's happening in your kingdom? Who is in there? Do you know who is in your kingdom right now? Do you know who inhabits your kingdom right now? Some people don't even have no idea whatsoever. And when they start trying to find out who inhabits their minds, they shrink with horror. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. What? I just discovered that hate lives in my kingdom. I just discovered that revenge lives in my kingdom. I just discovered that violence lives within me. What kind of a person are you? If you don't even know the monsters that inhabit your mind, how can you possibly even think of success? You have to get rid of them before doors can be opened in front of you. That's what they say. Another American gentleman who helped America become what it is. His name is Joseph Campbell, who said that if you follow your bliss, the universe will open doors where there were only walls. If you listen to your bliss, if you believe in yourself, if you have faith in yourself, if you have faith in your children, in your parents, in your neighbors, in people in general, if you have faith in God, then doors will open where there were only walls. Ordinary people would never believe this. That's the reason why they're ordinary. But extraordinary people believe in whatever they want to acquire, even though they haven't even started moving towards what they desire. It's in the mind. If you can see it in your mind, it will materialize in your life. Whatever you inscribe inside your head will occur out there. So let's make sure we inscribe whatever is positive. What is the difference between people who succeed and people who don't succeed? The people who succeed think all the time about what they want. The people who don't think all the time about what they don't want. How can you possibly? It's incredible. They would rather think about bleak things. They would rather think about problems. They would rather see things in a very negative way than go towards the light. So the people who succeed think about solutions. They think about what they want. They think about the bright things of life. The people who don't succeed think about problems. They think about what they don't want. They think about what is bleak, what is really what brings, strife within their lives. So let's go up there, not down there. The moment we focus on darkness, we lose sight of the light. But the moment we focus on the sun, on the light, darkness will fade away. It happens in my mind. Whatever is here will materialize out there. Darkness is what I see when I lose sight of my objectives. Problems are what I see when I lose sight of my objectives. So I must not lose sight of my objectives. I must not lose sight of the light. Let me go up there. After all, we all know that God is up there. Why should I go down there towards the devil? I need to go up there. That's the positive mental attitude. Positive mental attitude. I look at things in a positive manner. Why? But why? Because I am the master of my fate. I'm the captain of my soul. I am responsible for my life. And what is my best weapon? My thoughts. My mental attitude. That's all I have. That's all I have. That's all God gave me. That's why I am number one on earth. I'm a human being. I'm very, very special because I can control my thoughts. But if I don't control my thoughts, what does that mean? I'm an idiot. There is no other word for it. I'm an idiot. I was given power. I don't even know about this power. I open my temple, my sacred temple. I open my kingdom, and all kind of thoughts come and go. They do whatever they like. Right now I smile. 30 seconds later, I shout like an animal. Right now I feel good. 1 second later, I feel very bad. Right now, I feel quiet. A second later, I explode with anger. What's this? That means I am not in control of my life. I am an imbecile. I'm an idiot. I was given power. Not only I have never known about it, but even when I am given certain clues about my power, I don't use it. Positive mental attitude. Negative mental attitude. I have a choice. I need to be utterly stupid to choose the negative mental attitude. When you get up in the morning, you have a choice. You can decide for the day to be positive, or you can decide for the day to be negative. It's your choice. It depends on your thoughts. So, one has to be utterly stupid to choose the negative side. Thank you, my Lord. This is going to be a marvelous day. This is going to be a positive day. This is going to be a day of health, of wealth, of strength, of happiness, of love, of success. Why? Why? Because I have decided. So by thinking positive in your mind, things will start to arrange themselves around your thoughts. Why? Because whatever you inscribe in your head will occur in your life. The first 30 minutes of the day are very, very important. They must be positive. You know, one day I have asked this question to a gentleman. They told him, excuse me, sir, why are you always in a good mood? Why are you always smiling? Why is it that things seem so easy for you? He said, it's so simple. I just smile within my heart when I think about it. Why am I so happy every day? Well, when I get up in the morning, I have two choices. Either I'm going to feel good or have a good day, or either I'm going to feel bad and have a bad day. I really have to be stupid, utterly stupid, to choose the second option. That's where life is. Every choice I make every day. Wherever you are, in New York, in Montreal, in Beirut, in Algiers, wherever you are. Your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Wherever you are. Wherever you are. So whether in Montreal or in New York or in Beirut, when I wake up in the morning, I decide that my day is going to be the happiest day of my life. Every single day is going to be the happiest day of my life. Why I have started with this, with the positive mental attitude, as opposed to the negative mental attitude? Because whether it's NLP, or whether it's emotional intelligence, everything goes around the mental attitude. Neuro-linguistic programming, which has been invented just a few years ago by very, very smart gentlemen, modern gentlemen. One of them is Rachid Bandler. He defined NLP in such a beautiful way. You'd instantly start to wonder why this world is moving forward. It's because of people like that. He defined NLP this way. He said, if you don't give any directions to your mind, it will follow somebody else's directions. Or worst, it will follow its own directions. What does that mean? That means that you're the master of your life. So you need to give your mind directions. Don't allow your employer to give directions to your mind. You'll spend the rest of your life working for other people and you'll always be mediocre. You will never, ever even see the light of success. So Rachid Bandler is asking us to be our own masters. Why should I help somebody else achieve his goals? Why don't I have any goals? Because there is fear in my mind. Because fear and doubt and indecision and procrastination inhabit my sacred temple. They don't want me to succeed. They don't want me to move forward. Because the devil within me, the black wolf within me, has supplanted the white wolf. The ego has supplanted the spirit. I have given total freedom to my mind. And as Plato used to say, if you don't conquer your mind, it will conquer you. You cannot hope to lead others if you're unable to lead yourself. And in order to lead yourself, you have to think. You have to think. Why am I here for? Am I moving forward? Am I making sure my children are going to have the kind of future they deserve? Because the kind of future they deserve can only be shown by me, their mother, by me, their father. How? By being very good examples. I'm thinking. I'm creating my own company. I have decided to do this. There is no fear in my heart. I'm moving forward. So if you don't give directions to your mind, it will follow somebody else's directions. And worst, if It doesn't have any directions at all. It will follow its own directions. And the mind is always going towards blackness. We don't like to work. For instance, if you wanted to write a book, your mind will instantly tell you, what's the use? What's the use? There are so many books that have been written. Why you? Write that book. Start it right now. That's the secret. Start right now, this second. Whenever you have an idea that flashes through your mind, put it into action. Ideas are fragile. They will come to you. If you don't embrace them, if you don't make them feel welcome, they'll go away. And you know what they're going to do? Whenever they meet other ideas, they will tell them, don't go there, don't go there. We're not welcome over there. Go elsewhere. Ideas must be treasured. They must be loved. They must be taken into our arms. Welcome, 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 my darling. Where do you think the idea comes from? It comes from the divine. It comes from the intuitive. It comes from God. How can you allow material things to stop you from moving towards your idea? You have no right to do this. Don't let what you don't have keep you from doing what you want to do. Don't let what you don't have, money, diplomas, the right connections, keep you from doing what you want to do. When you have an idea given to you by the most extraordinary power in the heavens, give it consideration, follow it, cherish it, embrace it, love it. Don't let what you don't have in the material world, money, diplomas, the right connections, keep you from doing what you want to do. Go ahead with faith, and believe me, success will be your reward. That's what I did in New York, with nothing. But Jim Rohn told me many times, don't let what you don't have, Rachid, keep you from doing what you want to do. I wanted to create my own company, my own institute. But I had this fear in my heart. Oh my God, I don't have any money, I don't know anybody, I don't have any connections, I don't have the right diploma. Yeah, of course, I had a diploma. I specialized in Shakespeare, so my mind used to tell me, what are you going to do with your Shakespeare? You don't even have any money. What are you talking about Shakespeare? Please go back home to your mother and let's forget about all this. But thanks God, I met Jim Rohn, who said, believe and move forward. I believed and I moved forward and I succeeded. I did not let what I did not have keep me from doing what I wanted to do. That's the secret. Whatever your mind believes and conceives, it shall achieve. That's one of the most beautiful sentences that belongs to Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich. That's one book you must read. You must get it. Napoleon Hill. H-E-L-L. It's very, very important. Think and Grow Rich. If you read this book once, you will never look back. You're going to keep moving forward. Napoleon Hill, the father of personal development. Think and Grow Rich. He used to say, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Make sure your mind conceives and believes in worthy things. Things that will benefit you, that will benefit your family, and most of all, that will benefit your children. Because you will be an example. They will follow you. They will love you. They will say, this is the path that has been shown to us by our beloved mother, by our beloved father. This is very important. People think that success depends on outside circumstances. Of course, they have their importance. But the most important thing I have to understand is that all the springs of life come from within. What kind of springs am I allowing to flow out from within me? Are they the springs of positiveness, the springs of success, the springs of health, of wealth, of faith, of strength? Or are they the springs of doubt and fear and despondency and procrastination and hate and anger? What kind of a person? How can you possibly think of success when you go out and you look at people in a negative way? You need to look at people as beautiful, as well-behaved, as smiling. You have to see them as angels moving toward heaven. You should not see them as dirty, as mean. You should not see them as devils going towards hell. Remember this sentence. Weak is he who allows his thoughts to control his actions. Strong is he who forces his actions to control his thoughts. I'm feeling bad, I'm going to start dancing. I'm going to ask Mia, would you like to dance with me, Mia? You're so beautiful. That's it. It's a game. Life is a game. Play that game with your own rules, and your own rules are in your head. If I feel miserable, it's because I am stupid. I have allowed miserable thoughts to enter my mind. I must get them out. You know, Jim Rohn, he's been shouting at me these things until I understood them. Now my life is like heaven on earth. I made my life heaven on earth through controlling my thoughts. You know, when you go out there in Montreal, you see hundreds of people looking sad, looking dejected. Why? It's not because Montreal is bad. It's not because life is bad. It's because at that precise moment, they're nourishing negative thoughts in their minds. If they could only change them, that's it. You are walking the streets of Montreal. Suddenly, you stop. You feel like there is a small stone in your shoe. So you can't walk normally. So you stop, you take off your shoe, you throw away the stone, you put back your shoe, and you resume your walking normally. Well, it's the same thing with thoughts. Whenever there is a bad thought here, you stop, you throw it away, you put a positive thought, and you carry on with your life. This is the secret. It's so simple. People would say, no. I cannot believe that success depends on my thoughts. I can't believe this. Ordinary people think like that. That's the reason why they're ordinary. But you're not ordinary anymore because you have accepted to follow this personal development course with me. And that's how people move ahead. That's how people become better and better and better. It's very, very important. We should strive to become strong within. We're not strong because we are strong materially. We're not strong because we are strong intellectually. We are strong because we hope we are strong within ourselves through our values, through our principles, through our being better people, people that can help others. Your life is only meaningful if you use it to help others. What is the best definition of success? Success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal that will serve humanity and therefore yourself. Thank you so much.